Hi everyone, thanks for watching Access Hockey MI. As always, we're so appreciative of all the support that you give us. We love you so much.
So many hearts.
Because we just love to do this. This is like our favorite thing in the world. We don't do this for content. We just love to talk hockey. So, quick plug, we do have a podcast that is live. We're going to put in the description box everything that you need to know about it because we want you guys to listen to it and spread it around. Today we're going to talk about our second-round draft pick, Robert Mastrosimone. He came from the USHL, and we're also going to talk about how much we love them. So, start it off.
So, Mastrosimone, it's kind of a goofy name, so it takes some getting used to, but there was, I think, a lot of speculation about Yzerman choosing him because he is a bit of a smaller guy. At 18, he's 5'10", 170 pounds. So
yeah, he needs to grow.
Exactly. And then later on in the draft, we drafted big guys. And so we talked about Sider last week. This week, we're talking about Mastrosimone because he's a center and a winger, obviously different position, different skill set.
Yes.
So he came out of the Chicago Steel of the USHL. And the 17-18 season, he was there with them and along with the 18-19 season. Mm-hmm. In 17-18, in 60 games, he had 45 points.
Yeah, he's really consistent, and he went into 18-19 and kept up that consistency. With 54 games, he actually got around 60 points. So he had 31 goals and 29 assists.
So an improvement, really, from the season.
Yes, improvement. He also played a few games with the USDP U18 team, which is, of course, the league the team that you want to be on if you're an elite player, which he proved to be. I know with us, when we would face them with the Muskegon Lumberjacks, when they would play Chicago, him and Nick Abruzzese were two players.
They're always doing something. You knew when they got the puck, they were going to make something happen.
And
which
that's
kind of
why
a drag
you want
for us,
him on your team. And he is.
Yeah, and he impressed a lot at development camp. There was a lot of comments from multiple different journalists and Yzerman himself, too, saying he's got a high compete level. Mm-hmm. And he's a good playmaker. He's a confident kid. And he's got a lot of growth to do. Obviously, he's pretty young.
All these kids do. They're just drafted. They're going to have growth. Yeah. And I think any player should grow anyway. They should always continue to grow, and I think that they do.
Well, and his consistency, throughout the regular season, obviously, he was great. But then he moved on to, he was part of the Hlinka Gretzky Cup, where in 5 games he had, 5 points or something?
Yes.
And then, he had the World Junior Championship, the under-20s, which he also managed to get 4 points in 6 games.
So, 2 differences between there. The Hlinka Gretzky Cup is a USA U18, so it's an under-18 tournament. So, it's players from around the U18, so under 18.
His age and development level.
Yeah, who go internationally and compete with different countries. So, and then the World Junior A Challenge, the WJAC, is an under 20 tournament where it's kind of a similar setup.
It's a higher compete level though, just because you got bigger guys that have been in the system a little bit longer.
These 2 tournaments, and he's been in playoffs where the 18-19 season, so just this past season he was in playoffs with Chicago, and in 11 games he had 15 points.
That's pretty good.
All these things show a high compete level. Someone who can get in the zone, they can make the plays, they can also get the points themselves. But I think that making plays thing is really important.
Yeah, it's definitely important because you're always going to have guys that are just kind of scorers. They're the guys that, and it's been said, Yzerman even said he has an exceptional wrist shot, which obviously he's capable of scoring. But to have those guys willing to, I'm not going to take the shot, they're patient enough to make the play to someone else who can take a better shot.
It's just smart.
You don't find that often though. I think a lot of people are just shoot, and the fans, they get like that too, where they're like, why don't you shoot the puck?
And we've talked about it too, like should you shoot more? Should you make those plays? And it is always such a tender volley between the two.
Obviously, the fans know better than the players.
Well, it's definitely a tug of war between, and I'm sure the players too, because they'd love to shoot it, but you should also not risk losing the puck in possession. But so that's all a different story. But anyway, Mastrosimone has proven to have a high compete level. He's a point guy. I think he proves to be pretty reliable considering all of these points. Just a team player.
Yeah, he's huge. He's going off to Boston University. He's currently committed to them and everything, so it looks like he's going to be continuing that, and that's actually fantastic for the Red Wings because with college, and we've talked about it before, but if they choose to go the NCAA route or the team assigns them and makes them do that, that gives the team 4 years to decide what to do with him. Whereas if they go
the growth of that kind of tournament.
Yeah. And Boston's a fantastic college for that. But if he were to theoretically get signed to an entry like Sider did, or go to the OHL, that gives them 2 seasons to decide what to do and 2 seasons for that player to develop. So the college route's actually long term much better because they can pull them out at any time. So For Mastrosimone, the first season of college, I can see him doing fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Second season, he's a consistent growing
I was just
kid.
going to say he's consistent. So
Yeah.
I just think anywhere he goes, he is the player that he isn't brought down, if you will, by a team that doesn't all around do well. He is going to be the one to make the team
He wants to
better.
be the spark plug.
And he is going to be, I think he's going to be a fantastic Red Wing going forward. And I do think he'll make it.
Oh, yeah. And
NHL level.
Iserman said, like, even afterwards, they're asking about, why Mastrosimone? Because, of course, again, he's a little smaller. He said, obviously he's got to put on some weight and size, but he's got a never-ending motor. He just doesn't stop. He goes in, he's driving all the time. He's got to do a little bit better skating, but
work
his
ethic.
intelligence is...
I was going to say, you can't argue with work ethic.
Yeah.
So it's like if you have a player who maybe isn't all the way there, but they're always having that work ethic
They're always
to get
trying
there,
to push. Yeah.
you can't beat that kind of a player. So keep a lookout for Robert Mastrosimone. Check out the USHL. Find a team near you. The games are usually pretty cheap to get into.
Oh, yeah.
You got to go watch them. They're incredible. You can find them online. Keep up with our videos, of course. Thanks so much for watching. And let us know what you think about Mastrosimone or other picks. We do read your comments. We love your comments. Again, remember our podcast.
It's on podbean.com under Access Hockey MI.
Yes, and we're trying to get it on iTunes as well for all you Apple users.
But we cover everything, not just the wings or Griffs. We talk about pretty much everything as far as league wide and different leagues, different players, different issues. So we're gonna be kind of jumping into
and we
everything.
also want your input on that. So if you have a comment that you want, like, hey, talk about this, we'd love to. So
like legitimate ones, not like what's Robert Mastrosimoni's favorite food, because we're not going to do a podcast about that.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I mean, we could. We would. Anyway,
It'd be
go
like...
check it out. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, share our videos. We love that you're along here with us. Keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it too.
That's true.
Bye, guys.